Are you familiar with the concept of evolution? In their time, humans were capable of many great things. They could fly like eagles fly. They could speak across oceans. But now, it is our time, and it is my kingdom.
Yes. The apes have taken over. Hollywood has had a fascination with the Planet of the Apes franchise since the original film was released in 1968. It has taken 56 years to get back to the first one, where the apes are in charge. There are 10 movies within the Planet of the Apes universe. Yes, I know, everything seems to have a universe. These sci-fi movies have built a following from multiple generations of fans. These are some of the best sci-fi movies of all time. There have been some great actors throughout the films portraying the humans as well as the apes. Welcome to you all. I am, of course... What do you say? Join me for the 56-year journey of these movies. We will end with the newest one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The original spawned the franchise, which dominated the first half of the 70s with 4 more movies, tie-in books, a live-action TV series, and even an animated series. Pitting humans against intelligent humanoid apes thrilled the imagination, while also touching on social issues including racism, animal cruelty, and the Cold War. Instead of going through each film by their release date, I thought it would be more fun to do it in chronological order. It may seem a little funky, but I'll give it a shot. So we have a wrinkle in my theory. The 3 prequels from the last decade are not connected to the original series of films. They are a fully rebooted timeline with a different future. That's okay. I'll try to fit them in. Coming in at number 1, 2011's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. In the first decade of the 2000s, there was an extreme advancement in motion capture technology and digital characters. This allowed the Apes saga to move beyond practical makeup and into a new special effects arena for more emotion in the performance of the lead apes. Andy Serkis, well known for using motion capture and voice work for characters such as Gollum from The Lord of the Rings, Kong in King Kong, Supreme Leader Snoke in Star Wars, and Baloo in Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle. He lent his extraordinary abilities to Caesar, a chimpanzee whose intelligence is increased through science. Caesar is the heart of the story, all about the beginning of the end for humankind. This film starred James Franco, John Lithgow, and Brian Cox. It planted the seeds for what will become a worldwide war. The best part of this entry is Caesar. Number 2, 2014's Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Matt Reeves takes over as director. He steps in and makes a better movie than Rise. He solidifies the strong foundation from the first film and improves on everything else in a hugely gratifying way. Andy Serkis is back as Caesar. A decade has passed and Caesar is the leader of a group of apes who were granted intelligence, language, and eventually their freedom. Human civilization has fallen in the wake of the simian flu, the same virus that enabled Caesar's kind to rise. In a chilling opening montage that ties events closely to the real world, Reeve depicts the end of the world as we know it. As humans have suffered and died over the past 10 years, the apes have flourished. An ape city of sorts has taken roots in the forest north of San Francisco. Caesar's group communicate through a mix of limited speech, signing, and body language. Gary Oldman and Kerry Russell co-star. This film does the best of what Hollywood genre films can do. It is exciting, thrilling, and visually breathtaking. This is the kind of movie that challenges us and moves us in an enormously entertaining way. Enter the third film, War for the Planet of the Apes, in 2017. Director Matt Reeves and Andy Serkis are back. Past the point of no return, the conflict between apes and humans has escalated into full war. Caesar sets out to avenge those he lost. 2 years have passed since the events that have plunged the apes into a war with the humans. Despite Caesar's best efforts to prevent it, he and his followers have found themselves in a battle with an army. Woody Harrelson joins the cast as the Colonel. The character draws parallels to Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now. Matt Reeves had some fun with this. At one point, the camera holds on a patch of graffiti that reads Apocalypse Now. Steve Zahn plays a new character, bad ape. He is a funny and unique figure who also has a tragic edge to him. This film brings an end to Caesar's story. The next one to watch is the original, number 4, Planet of the Apes from 1968. Charlton Heston is an adrift astronaut who awakens from a deep cryosleep to find himself marooned on a planet populated by ape-like beings with human intelligence. It is an iconic sci-fi movie that contains one of the best twist endings in cinema history. The twist was brought to us courtesy of the king of gotcha endings, Twilight Zone creator Rod Serling. He adapted the original book and added his own brand of shock and awe. At number 5, 1970's Beneath the Planet of the Apes. Charlton Heston returned, but only briefly. The story focused on a different astronaut, played by James Franciscus, who arrives on a mission to find Heston's character. He discovered a hidden population of telepathic humans who worship an ancient nuclear weapon. He must survive this new harsh realm while also preventing everything from being destroyed by the doomsday bomb. I know what you're thinking. Where the hell did this story come from? I don't know. Let's just move on. Number 6, Escape from the Planet of the Apes in 1971. In an attempt at time travel, a trio of apes escaped the events of the previous film. Cornelius, played by Roddy McDowall, Zira, played by Kim Hunter, and Dr. Milo, played by Sal Mineo, arrive on Earth in 1973, where they face the worst of humanity's persecution. They are transported to the LA Zoo. Dr. Milo is killed by a zoo gorilla. Cornelius and Zira become celebrities and are given gifts and media attention. They hide the fact of how humans are treated in the future from the government. Zira finds out she is pregnant. The president's science advisor wants to know how apes became dominant over men. Cornelius reveals that the human race will cause its own downfall, and that Earth's downfall is caused by a weapon made by humans. Zira explains that the gorillas started the war, but the chimpanzees had nothing to do with it. The truth is found out, and Cornelius and Zira are confined. They escape and accidentally kill an orderly. They are taken to a circus where their baby is born, along with another ape giving birth. They are forced to leave the circus. Cornelius, Zira, and the baby are killed at the end. However, Zira switched babies at the circus. This brings us to movie number 7, Conquest of the Planet of the Apes in 1972. Roddy McDowall returns to the franchise, though he is now playing Caesar. Are you confused yet? Yeah, me too. The theory is that it's similar to the Caesar in the prequels. He is the intelligent ape son of Cornelius and Zira. He is out to lead a rebellion against humanity in the wake of a pandemic that's turned society into fascist slave owners. The film is filled with mass death as a full ape revolt occurs, and humanity finds itself on the brink of a downfall. Ricardo Montalban and Don Murray co-star. At number 8, 1973's Battle for the Planet of the Apes. In the final sequel to the original film, McDowall's Caesar once again tries to keep peace between the humans and the apes after humans have been defeated. However, uprisings spring up, and the message is hammered home that power eventually corrupts all those in charge, whether they're human or not. The movie was not received well by critics or audiences, though it capped off the sci-fi story that began 5 years previously. Well, the next one doesn't really belong in any timeline. Director Tim Burton tried a reboot of the original Planet of the Apes in 2001. You can watch it whenever, but at least watch the original, as it is basically a remake. Mark Wahlberg stars as the astronaut. Tim Roth, Helena Bonham Carter, Michael Clark Duncan, and Paul Giamatti are cast in ape roles. The story is similar to the OG, but the characters are new, and there's even a new stab at the classic twist ending. We made it this far. Are you still with me? We're finally here. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. The cast includes Freya Allen, known as Princess Cirilla from The Witcher, Kevin Durand, and William H. Macy. Nearly 300 years has passed, and ape civilizations have emerged from the oasis that Caesar led his fellow apes to. Humans have regressed into a feral, primitive state. When ape king Proximus Caesar, armed with weapons forged from lost human technology, perverts Caesar's teachings to enslave other clans, chimpanzee hunter Noah embarks on a harrowing journey alongside a human girl named May to determine the future for apes and humans alike. The plan is for this to be the first of a new trilogy of Planet of the Apes.
This one. I know. See here.
Raka! Nova!
I smell you! And apes lived side by side. But it ceases to exist.
Apes hunt humans. That is the law. But the law is wrong.
You choose humans or apes.
Run, Noah!
Together, you will die.
He stole my village. I will find them. I will bring them home. We will save them together.
Did you like this video? Go ahead and subscribe. Check out my next video on John Krasinski's If. The All-Star cast and I would be thrilled.
What if I told you imaginary friends are real? When their kids grow up, they're forgotten.
Are any of them scary?
Worse. Desperate.
Until next time, see you soon, and let's go to the movies.